Hey, Craig.
Hello, Gregory.
Greetings, listeners, and welcome to the in-between seasons mini-adventure of Adventures with Attitude. We have a couple special guests with us.
Hi, I'm Derek. I'm from the Rolling Misadventures podcast, where we take a whole bunch of podcasters, group them together to play a tabletop game, typically Fiasco, and then we turn those into 2-episode improv audio dramas. And you can find all of that at rollingmisadventures.com.
That sounded really professional. I'm not going to be as professional when I introduce myself. I'm Hannah. I am on Thornvale. I play Sammy. Thornvale is an actual play podcast where we play Monster of the Week. It's super fun. You can pretty much find us anywhere you can find your podcast. So, yeah.
And I'm here too. I'm not a guest star, but I am, once again, Erik. I'm part of Dungeons & Pop. I play Marcus, the Red Henshin, on Adventures with Attitude. And I run, as keeper, Breaking Point, our Monster of the Week actual play podcast.
Which were inspired by Thornvale.
This is true. This is true. I listened. I loved Thornvale. And to be completely honest, Monster of the Week is easy for me because there's not a lot of math involved.
Same.
And the best part is, when we started out, I said I suggested to Erik that he should run something. He said, "No, that's never going to happen."
I had it because I've tried GMing in the past, and it's always turned into a dumpster fire, so I simply didn't want to deal with it anymore. And then the inspiration bug bit me, and now we're here.
I get it. I understand.
Okay, so to let you guys know what's going on now, this is actually kind of happening in the midst of season 1, even though it's between seasons, and we're just using it to kind of explore some of the cities. For our party today, we are in the quaint town of Forbidden Falls, a city of, when I say city, it's a town of awakened animal folk raised by the sorcerer the wizard Instead.
Yin said.
As his way of bringing nature a little bit more getting into the world. So Hannah, your character hears a knock on their door.
Oh, I guess she will go and answer it and see who's there.
Oh, and for the listeners, how would you describe yourself?
Yeah, my character, her name is Clementine of the Thorned Vale house. And she is a rabbit folk, or a briar, so I think she's like a brown rabbit, so kind of small in stature, but nice brown fur.
And you see a large black and white patched briar standing before you. It's your, I want to say stepfather, because that makes sense. We're doing it as a household. The stepfather, Stanley. He goes, "Oh, Stanley, yeah. You all right in there? You were sleeping in a bit." Oh God, that did not sound like Stanley at all.
It's okay.
Suzanne is gonna love this.
Yeah, everything's fine. Are you okay?
Just wanted to check in. Henry and the Horn left a little earlier. I think they're getting kind of like, they are. They want to get out there. They're thinking they're gonna get this done in about a week. You know them. They're always thinking they can handle everything in a week.
Yeah, and that never works out. But they can keep thinking that if they'd like.
Yeah.
The salt is just real.
I think the others are still the other 3 you guys are going with. They're out. I haven't seen them come by, and I think they may have slept in too. You might want to check in with Spanner and whatever that Boarfolk kid was. You know the one.
Oh yeah, I can take care of it.
And then I do have breakfast in the kitchen if you want, and I think the festival's going full blast.
Oh, great. I will definitely grab some food. I'm hungry.
Okay. And I would also say with mentioning that you would know that the festival is known as Wildwechsel, which is a tradition where it's kind of like the young adults of the town go out on an expedition into the outside world.
Ooh, exciting. Okay.
And it's basically about bringing new and interesting concepts back to the community. Typically, when you go out on these, you have to come back with 4 items. An award showing you participated in a contest of skills, a document showing you had helped another community in the continent of Gestelheim, something new and interesting to the community at large, and something old but unknown to their community. They typically send out in parties of 3.
Okay then.
So hint, that's you, me, and Derek here.
Yes. I'm trying to memorize the list of items so I don't have to keep asking. But
You know what? That's completely fair, and let's have that put into chat so we can like pin it or something.
Yeah, I want to post that over there right now. It'll work out. Technically, you guys are now getting them in all one shot. It's just more. This is the setting to.
yeah. Who would be closest to me that I could go get? Who of the party, I mean.
Well, I'll leave that up to Derek and Erik. Who do you think would be living closest to the rabbit in the area?
I kind of like the idea that the smaller / quote unquote weaker races might have kind of a sub community within Forbidden Falls. So like the rabbits, the mice, the other, kind of field animals might have kind of like a little Hobbiton subdivision or suburb going.
Yeah, and I definitely think that my pig folk character would be more in like a farmland area, so probably not next door.
Okay, then Clem will go to find Spanner, and
I would caution that Spanner probably has a quote unquote reputation. They are a tinkerer, and technically they're a gadgeteer. They're an artificer. So they're known for minor explosions now and then.
great.
So the question is, do you want to go with the larger boar folk or risk being caught up in shenanigans?
Clem is probably just gonna go to whoever is closest, so if that's Spanner, that's Spanner.
Okay, let's do this.
I will say that Spanner's family work as bartenders. Well, one of them works as a bartender at the local inn/bar, the Naughty Kobold.
I like that name.
Oh yeah, I met the kobold. But yeah, and then the other one is part of the town guard. It's Benjamin and...
Is it... Do you mean Benjamin?
No, it's Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Okay. Just making sure.
These are punny names. You gave me some punny names for the other ones. I went full pun.
That is fair.
Autumn is the bartender at the bar, and then Charlie is Spanner's little sister, who's a pain in the ass.
As little sisters do.
Erik, where is Spanner still sleeping, or are they working outside, or where do you see them at this point?
Sleeping still, but not in bed. At their desk, having spent all night being unable to sleep, so they did the only thing that seems to help them calm down, and they've been tinkering. What they've been tinkering, even they're not sure of, because it was a late night. So, if you can imagine this, imagine like a big oaken desk filled with scrolls and books and diagrams plastered up on the wall too. Just, tools that are fine, like a jeweler's tool, but, there's also some more blunt, almost blacksmithy tools as well. Metalworking tools, actually, that would make more sense. And you see a simple silver-furred mouse folk slumped over a large tome of handmade diagrams, drooling onto the open page and snoring.
Okay.
Clem will probably just approach the door and knock as loud as she can.
Give me a strength check.
A strength check.
On the upside, it's quiet. There's no explosions. So,
And Eric, I need a perception check.
diablo. Perception. That's going to be a D20 plus whatever your strength modifier is.
Strength. Okay. So I rolled an 18 plus 2 is a 20.
Wow, starting off strong.
All right, mod 20.
Yeah.
Or dirty 20, as some people call it.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I rolled a 2 with a plus 3 for a 5. I don't hear nothing. Not even with these big mousy ears.
Oh no, that wasn't how I was doing the check.
Oh,
Now I need a dex savings throw
oh no.
from you, Eric.
Oh goody. Dex saving throw. That, however, was a 17 plus 3 for a dirty 20.
Okay, so you hear a loud knock. You're burst awake, freaked out as your chair starts to fall backwards, and you just barely manage to catch your feet on the bottom of the desk, keeping yourself perilously.
Oh god.
You haven't fallen over, but you're at an angle now.
Yeah, it's like, huh, what? No, I didn't do it. It wasn't mine. I can just imagine, curling his little toe claws into the desk. The chair on its hind legs as he's tilting backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Arms windmilling a little bit.
I guess can Clem hear that through the door?
I think you would, just because he shouted out.
Okay. She'll probably shout, Spanner, it's Clem.
Would Spanner know Clem?
They would have probably set you up in teams beforehand. So this is kind of something you guys were preparing for. It's up to you guys whether how much you guys have gotten to know each other.
Okay, so it was you're going on the Wildwechsel, and these are your two companions. Have fun getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And how much we did that is up to us.
Yeah, I would say you maybe have a tangible knowledge, since I feel like Stanley probably goes to the naughty kobold from time to time.
Okay. So I've probably seen Clem there because I was there because my mom's the barkeep, and she's there to get Stanley.
Yeah.
Sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. You hear a thump. You hear a ah! Ow, 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 ow. And
Everything okay in there?
you see the door thrown open, and you see a very disheveled looking mouse. He is wearing a nightshirt and a nightcap, and it looks rumpled, kind of, off the shoulder, and he's hopping up and down on one foot, massaging the pads of his other foot, muttering to himself, and you can kind of make out one or two curses and the word cramp.
Can I help you out at all there?
No, he rubs the back of his head. I'm fine, I think.
Okay.
Rough morning. I kind of woke up weird.
Okay.
And he pops his neck, looking one way, then the next.
I mean, are you ready to go? We kind of have, festival things we gotta do?
And he's as he's wondering what you're talking about, you can see the gears clicking, and then the little cuckoo goes off as his eyes go wide. Shit! And he runs off back into his house, presumably to get dressed, leaving you on the porch with the door open.
I think Clem will just stay there and wait. I don't think she's brave enough to venture inside.
Well, I mean, it's not like he lives alone, so other people do live here, so it is nominally safe.
I think she'll still stay on the porch. Just in case.
Probably a smart move. Probably a smart move. Do we maybe want to switch over to Derek's character for a little bit? Or, because, I mean, I worry that, taking up a little too much time on my end.
You can do that. Derek.
Yeah.
How's your character reacting to everything?
So my character, Albert, he has been preparing most of the morning. He has everything packed up, ready to go, kind of waiting for the sign that it's ready, it's time to go. So he has just been, once he's been packed up, he's been spending time in front of his house, chopping wood with his, basically his main gear, a giant great axe.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so then probably have you guys show up.
Mm-hmm.
So you see your companions start walking up. Banner's looking a little frazzled.
To say the least.
Clem probably looks like they got a nice night's sleep since they slept in.
Yeah.
Spanner, not so much.
And Albert just, Albert just wipes the sweat from his brow, takes this, like, basically a huge round tree stump that has been chopped, gathers it up in one bundle, sets it by the door, and picks up his bag. Is it that time already?
Apparently, Spanner says as he adjusts his traveling pack on his back. Oh, morning.
Really, Spanner, I know you're not the earliest riser, but you couldn't even prepare for this morning. You know how important this is.
Yeah, really.
He throws his bag over his shoulder and props his great axe over his other one and gives a quick nod to Clem.
I think Clem probably just gives him a wave and is like, I'm ready to go. Do we have a game plan or?
We go out and seek. Spanner just kind of tiredly motions toward one end of the village.
I would say that you guys do know that the festival, basically the part of the festival is that you can go there and get advice there just from previous, like some of the higher up townsfolk, like Betsy, Meowthu, Benjamin, and the Aula Krokra are running game. So it's kind of like preparation for the first item of participating in a contest of skills. They have like these like kind of like.
Oh, so it's kind of like a farewell party type of festival thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And like a practice test of skills.
Cool. I think then Clem will kind of give like Spanner a look and be like, right, out. Like, and just gesture like in the same direction as him. And then
he just sticks his tongue out at you.
And then point back towards like the festival and be like, I think that's probably the best place to start.
Do we have to?
Yes.
But there's just so many people. And I mean, he
Spanner, you need to get your fill of all of these people now. Once we're out in the wilds, there will be way less of them around. You might end up missing them even.
I hope. I just want to get this going, done, and over with, okay?
Well, then let's get started so we can finish things up. Clem's kind of the happy-go-lucky, cheerful rabbit, if you can't tell.
No, I love it. It's just Spanner probably doesn't want to deal with his parents, crying and saying goodbye, as well as, deal with people thinking he's there going to cause shenanigans when he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's got reputation.
The one thing I realized I may have worded weird. The groups are to get get to the next city. You guys can, basically as part of the thing, you guys can split up once you get to this thing, but they want you guys to go through groups because the surrounding area is rough.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the wild woods, so it's safer in numbers, but once we get out of the woods, then we can split up or stay as a group.
Cool.
I realized I put that weird.
Yes.
That's why basically the guests switch around. Each one shot's in a separate area.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are going to have to... You're probably going to have to pull Spanner along towards the festival.
Just quick reference. How big is Spanner?
I mean, he's not good. Let's see. He's a mouse, and I imagine that they'd be kind of on the small end. Was I smart? And did I actually put down his height?
So are we talking like halfling size, gnome size, or?
Hang on. Let me check my notes. They're small.
Okay.
How big is Albert?
Albert is probably around like 6'2", 240. Like he's built.
Oh yeah, then he's definitely smaller than Albert.
And so
I mean that'll go without saying.
And so Albert just snorts, grabs Spanner by the pack and starts pushing, like leading him forward.
Ow! He walks, but he's also kind of dragging his heels.
Spanner, we can do this the easy way or the hard way.
This is the easy way.
And Clem just kind of skips along beside them.
I mean, as a note, he is actually walking towards because he doesn't want to be picked up and carried, but he...
Exactly, that's what he meant by the hard way.
he does not actually want to go, but it's kind of democracy. He got outvoted, so...
Hello, listeners. This is Sean from Dungeons & Pop using the new software we're going to be using going forward for the podcast, Zencastr. It's a lot of fun, and it seems to be a lot more stable than what we were using before. I also want to apologize for the audio quality of the episode, or not so much the audio quality, but you might be noticing the chair squeaks. I made some mistakes when I was recording and had switched around some settings so it was amplifying sounds, then removing the noise. So there's going to be a few chair squeaks in the next few episodes, but I'm trying to remove as much of them as I can. We are going to actually start recording this week for Season 2 of Adventures with Attitude with Susanna from Thornvale, and we have some more special guests coming up. By the second or third episode, you should have a kind of a view of who we're going to have guest starring on it with us next. If you haven't already, we joined the Cast Junkie server, which we now have a channel there. So if you want to speak to us one-on-one and talk with me and Erik and Sid, Lizard's there too, and Raz is there too. So it's a nice place to go to if you want to get some teasers. I've been dropping like the map I've made for Gestelheim, some character art for upcoming NPCs. It's a great place to be. They've been a very wonderful community, and they have helped us grow and helped us even socialize in some ways. In fact, our promo for this week actually comes from there. It's Top of the Round. Listen and please check them out. They're a really good crew, and I'm slowly catching up on it while I do my work at home.
Hi there, I'm Kenan, and I'm the DM for Top of the Round. We are a homebrew, character-driven, actual play podcast, fueled by the power of D&D 5e. What happens when a naive druid, an orphaned monk, and a mysterious drow elf are roped into becoming a mailman for a goddess?
Join Talus.
As you know, my bosses aren't the most merciful people.
Chaz. Hey, do you guys know where I could find a map of everywhere?
Seku. We might as well try. The worst thing that could happen is we could die.
Find us wherever you listen to podcasts. Episodes drop every Monday. Hope to see you soon.
You get to the festival, there's Scala, the naughty kobold, just kind of bouncing around, offering out drinks, dancing around. She is wearing a little skirt, like a top. It's like almost like a dress shirt, but it stops about midriff. And she is blue with brown gloves and I want to say stockings. I'm not sure what those are.
They would be stocking. If it's the hose on the individual legs, that would be stockings. If it's hose that goes up the legs to the waist, that's hose. Hose.
And there seems to be 3 gaming booths set up. Albert, you actually see a familiar face. One of your adopted mothers, Betsy, is running a shooting gallery.
Okay, I think Albert would walk over that way just to exchange pleasantries and check in before moving along.
Betsy looks down at you and is like, "Oh, Albert, I'm glad to see you're going to go out there. Yeah, I'm proud of you, boy. You got, well, emotions over his parents. You're gonna do well in keeping this boy out of trouble, I think, right?"
I'll definitely try my best, but it is an honor to be selected for the adventure.
Yeah, I know you'll do well.
Spanner just kind of crosses his arms and pouts at that.
She smiles and puts her hands on her sides. She has what would look like revolvers, but they actually kind of look like just sawed-off shotguns with a revolver handle. And he goes, "Well then, I believe we have some games out here if you want to give it a try." She motions over the shooting gallery.
Mother, you know I've not exactly been the best at shooting things. I'm more of a hands-on type.
That's true. What about your friends there? I mean, Banner's he's always shooting off his mouth. Might as well be good at shooting a gun.
Eyebrow starts to twitch. Fine, then. I'll do it.
All right, and then the mini game for this one is you get make 5 ranged attacks.
Okay.
And then I have a special way of making this fun because the AC is gonna change based off of. Let's see. Okay. All right. So yeah, you just make 5 ranged attacks, and I'm rolling to figure out.
Okay. So that would be ranged as dex, right? So just like dex checks.
Yeah, it'd be dex checks. I would say since you do have you would be proficient in shooting the gun because I figure it'd be the same principle as using the grappling hook / auto crossbow.
Right. Which, if I remember, I am actually repeating hand crossbow. You have proficiency in this weapon. Cool. So that'll be a full +3 then, correct? No. With proficiency and my ability modifier, that makes it +5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Hannah and Clem can also give it a try. I would say it's not necessarily a shooting gallery where you necessarily have to use a gun either. You could also use your bow.
Okay. Yeah, she'd probably give it a try with her longbow then. Also,
You said you wanted me to do 5, right?
Yep, it's 5 attacks each.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll roll another. Oof. Okay. Alright.
Oh, shit sticks. I got a nat 20.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I got a nat 20 on my last attack too.
So am I just rolling the d25 times, essentially? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 times, and you add your dex plus your proficiency
Okay.
bonus to it.
The That should be a +2 proficiency. So +2, whatever your dex modifier is, you add that to whatever you roll on the d20.
I'm not doing too good.
See, I cheated because I have a character app where I just have to tap it, and my hand crossbow was already giving me the +5, so I just hit that 5 times.
I think I get +4 on them.
Well, you did show us your character sheet, so
Well, my proficiency is +2. Then with the fighter, I chose archery as my thingy, which gives me +2 on ranged attacks.
oh, okay.
And then
1 for dexterity. So
one for dex, so that would be +5.
Yeah, you're doing the same as me.
Okay.
So while she's calculating that, let me give you my numbers.
okay.
I rolled a 10, which is 5 + 5. I rolled a 21, 16 + 5. An 11, 6 + 5. A 16, 11 + 5. Funny how that kind of crisscrossed. And then my natural 20 + 5 for a total of 25.
Nice.
Okay, so the first one missed,
Okay.
the second one hit,
Okay.
the third one missed,
Okay.
and then the last 2 hit.
So Spanner, of all his, like, probably under 3 feet, just takes it from her grumpily after she, snarks at, him being a troublemaker, go, pop, 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 pop.
So my numbers ended up being like with the added 5. The first one was 10, the second one was 20, the third one was 8, the fourth one was 14, and the last one was 7.
Okay, you hit the second one. The other one's missed.
Great. So I feel like Clem rubs the back of her head, kind of embarrassed, and is like, I'm just warming up,
It was worth a shot. Albert, definitely take care of these two because they seem like they might need it.
I'll do my very best.
And then the second one will actually probably be one that Albert will do pretty well because it is a drinking contest, and you see against 2 of the town guard that you see a very squat but buff cat man drinking with a mousefolk. He is extremely furry and what you might call cute, except sour face on his chin as he carries a large warhammer his own height and a big bushy beard.
Does Albert know this one?
Roll me a history check.
Okay. That is going to be a 18.
You do. This is Meowthu, one of the town guard. He's a catfolk. He's weirdly enough, you know him as the co-captain of the guard with Benjamin. I would say the higher roll, you recognize the other one as Benjamin, Spanner's father, who's telling his story about, oh yeah, how I stabbed him in the eye. He was like, why'd you do that? I was like, well, you just tried to cut my throat, dude.
Mickey Mouse, I love it.
Oh, Spanner! He waves enthusiastically.
Spanner waves back. Hi, Dad.
I would say, despite that squeaky voice, he does look like he's been in some he's been on some trouble over the years because he has an eye patch over one eye and a chub of another ear. But amazingly, his sword is also his own height. How the hell do either of these two wield these weapons? No one knows. They just do.
Please tell me that it looks like a metal rod with a little bit coming off the one end. Like a gigantic key, maybe?
It does now.
I think Albert would sit directly next to Meowthu and just kind of nudge him, just kind of in a ribbing manner.
Hey, Albert. Getting ready to get out there and cause some trouble, eh?
Only if trouble is brought to us, you know.
I get it. I don't know why they have us do this. I mean, you guys are about to go on adventuring, and he sips his beer, he's like, drink, he's like, a little intoxication might be bad, but you know how the higher ups are. They don't
think.
Beijing just slaps him in the back, goes, oh, come on, that's not so bad. What about that time you broke a beer bottle over that, what was it, the frog folk, the grungy man? You just wouldn't listen. What was it? What does that even have to do with the situation? Benjamin, I get your zest of life, but that doesn't even make sense. Haha. Oh well.
Also, kudos to you for doing a Mickey Mouse voice. I couldn't.
So, are you guys going to participate in the drinking contest?
Absolutely.
No. Albert can. Spanner is all of 3 feet, and he weighs 34 pounds. No.
I feel like Clem has the metabolism to participate. I feel like rabbits probably have a high metabolism to burn things off pretty quickly, you know?
All right.
It makes sense.
So how the drinking contest works is it's going to be a constitution check.
Which makes sense.
And whoever has the lowest one drops out. And then we go on until the end.
Good luck.
Great. Okay.
Alright.
I surprisingly have a fairly good con from Mouse.
See, Albert got a 16 plus 3, so a 19.
I got a 12.
Is that just on the dice or total?
Nope, that's with my modifier.
You see Benjamin take one drink, and he's like, I'm alright. And he falls over flat on his back.
Spanner just kind of hangs his head. Dad.
And Yasu is still in the running, but just barely, because he got a 10.
Oh my.
And Benjamin got an 8.
Oh. Great.
So, well, the drinking contest continues. Spanner is just going to help his dad sit up, get him back on the seat, and kind of tilt him forward onto the table so he's not falling off again.
So should we roll again? Okay.
Yep, roll again. It's another contest.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
That is going to be a 12 for Albert.
I got, with my modifier, a 5.
Ooh. What? I have to know, what was your dice roll?
It's a 2.
Okay. At least it wasn't a 1.
True. It's a 2, so it's pretty close.
So as you guys drink, Clem, you start to feel a little dizzy.
Uh-oh.
And you fall over on your butt.
I tried.
And Albert is laughing and just enjoying the sight at this point.
That was so close, because Meowthoo got a 6.
Oh no!
So it's one more contest, one more check.
Alright, so Albert will hold up this last glass and cheers to Meowthoo.
Meowthoo holds up his glass as well and chinks it. And then he drinks.
Spanner will go pick up Clem this time.
And that is an unnatural 20.
Woo!
Meowthoo sips and sips and slips off of his chair.
Woo, Albert! Yay!
And Spanner will go pick him up.
And Albert wins the drinking contest.
Alright. So then they think of the, okay, so Benjamin's like sitting up there, okay, so since you won, we gotta give you some warning. You might want to keep an eye out up there. There's a bunch of kobold fighters out there. We keep on running into them with the not even, I think they're great axes, but they have this weird language on them. They're octangular and red, and there's like a white writing on it, but we don't understand what it is because it's not common. Haha.
Oh no. Dad, go home. You're drunk.
Just watch out for those kobold bikers up there. Haha. And he starts heading home.
To the left! As he probably starts drunkenly veering towards the right.
All right, I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna throw a straight roll to see if he realizes you mean his left or your left.
I would imagine we're facing the same way, but he's drunk, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You see him turn right even further until he's heading to the left. Because he only rolled a 9.
Spanner just he's rubbing his temples.
And
this is why I don't drink.
And then Meowth is gonna push himself up, rub his temples, and he's gonna be okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but no matter how stupid the signs you see, just listen to them. There's some weird shit out there. And I say that as a cat man able to do this. And he picks up the hammer and he uses it to smash the barrel in front of him they're using as a table with one swing. And he rolls over and gets another barrel and brings it over.
Spanner just inhales, looks to Clem and Albert, and whispers softly, "Can we go now?"
And Albert will, now being a bit more agreeable, he's definitely feeling some of that ale. He just nods. Yes, we can move on.
Well, wait, no. To be fair, did Spanner win the shooting contest? Because he got 3 out of the 5.
No, to win it, you have to hit. Both of you have to hit the alternating ones, or you guys were still missing the first and the third one.
Oh, so really only Albert's won a game. Well,
do we have to get the paper to show that we participated?
The way I understand it is that this is a farewell party, but there are skill games to kind of give those leaving a leg up by already helping them get one of the things that they have to come back with, which would be that skill contest win.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we'll say that's it.
But so far, only Albert has been able to win at one of the contests, so only he has that little leg up.
Yeah.
What's the last game? Because I think Spanner is just kind of, well, he didn't sleep real well, so he's kind of grumpy. Especially after not winning the shooting contest and being, egged on by Albert's mom. What's the last game? Because he's probably wanting to spite play right now.
So there is the cutest looking owl decked out in knives in a hood, sitting in a dunk tank near the exit of the festival.
He's going to grab both Clem and Albert and do his best to pull them towards this dunk tank. It's like, come on. Have to have at least one good thing happen this morning.
Right, Albert will follow along.
Yeah, same with Clem.
I may actually add some more games too. This is just the last one I had, but this is going faster than I thought, so I can make up a game on the fly.
It's okay.
I mean, it's a fair game, so there's you can do a hoop toss, you can do that hammer strength, ring the bell, and by hoop toss, I mean, basket into a hoop type of thing. Knocking down bottles, we have the dunk tank, there's also the other kind of hoop toss in which you take a ring toss, a ring and try and, land it over a bottleneck. We had a drinking contest. There's arm wrestling we could do. Sorry, I'm just I'm nervous. My brain's just kind of scattered today. So.
No, those are all great ideas.
So yeah, dunk tank. So Spanner goes up. Yeah, Spanner goes up. Is the owl running the dunk tank, or is there another person there?
They're just kind of sitting in the dunk tank, staring forward. Do you walk all the way up to the dunk tank to participate?
Well, I get near it and kind of look at the owl and wave to see if they're paying attention.
The owl stares back at you, and I need a charisma saving throw as she is going to try to intimidate you.
Uh-oh.
11. I rolled a 5. I rolled a 10 plus 1.
You know what? I feel like they stare at you, and you are taken back for a second. But then you think to yourself, no, this is my chance to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Screw you, owl. You're not gonna eat me.
I was thinking it's an owl with a mouse. Yeah, I'm not surprised it's intimidation. So I look for the balls to throw, or ball. I don't know if you're doing a 1 toss or 3 toss.
I'm doing a 1 toss. It's going to be a ranged attack.
Okay. So that's just a +3.
And I would say it counts as an improvised weapon.
Okay. I don't know if I get any kind of bonus to that, but so...
Actually, you know what? I'll say 3 balls. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it's classic too. Okay. So that's a 7. 4 plus 3.
You missed the ball. You missed the trigger.
Not this time. I rolled a 20 plus a 3.
Wow.
Okay. Now roll your damage.
Ooh, an improvised weapon is just like, what, 1d4?
Yep.
Okay, well, my wrench is 1d4. Do I get a bonus damage to that?
You add your dexterity.
Oh, okay, so that's 5. I rolled a 2 plus 3 for my dexterity.
Okay, so you throw it and you hit the target. There's like a slow motion thing of hitting the target, and it almost seems like it's not enough, but then it kind of spins around and there's a little bit more pressure, and you see the owl drop into the tank with a
He thrusts the last remaining ball up in his paw over his head.
And Albert will grab Spanner and heft him up onto his shoulder.
Ah!
Congratulations.
Clem starts clapping.
The Awakokra crawls to the edge of his thing and throws over the Meowsu also got you the document as well, Albert.
Okay.
So, yay!
You won the contest. And she tosses the scroll over and she shouts at you, I hope the radishes get you good!
Wait, what did they say?
Hope the radishes get you good.
Okay. Let's see. What? No. A ranged attack.
I'll say that much.
Because because they're, yelling at me. That is a 15 plus my 3 to throw my last ball at the target again. Now, whether the seat hits them in the head or dunks them again because I waited long enough for them to climb back up is up to you.
Well, what's the damage you did?
Oh, let's see. Critical hit. Oh wait, no, that's the damage. That was I hit the wrong button. Another 5.
You see the seat clop down and plop them on the top of the head and dunk them even further.
I hope you molt. And he hops off of Albert's shoulder and starts walking towards the edge of the village now.
I would say there's one more game I would put up there. There is a booth with a strange... You almost say they're a dryad, but they have, the growth of their... They almost look like they have horns. If you guys want to see if you remember who this is, you can roll me a history check.
Ooh.
Sure.
That is a 13 for Albert.
It's
Right. I have proficiency, so that tells me...
It's an 11 for Clem.
Yeah, 11 for me too.
You guys just barely got it, so... This is Drew Florence, Einsid's daughter, and who is a dryadic tiefling. She smiles down at you, and she has 3 cylinders that there's a ball in the middle of the booth, and goes,
Cup game!
care to give it a try? One last one for the road?
Spanner stops. He looks back at Clem. You are the only one who hasn't gotten a skill win yet. I mean, it couldn't hurt. Start off the journey on a good foot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try my best, but I mean, I was just warming up. I'm sure it'll be better this time.
That's the attitude.
Okay.
And he's being genuine. He's being genuine.
Yeah. Okay, good.
And then she's gonna put the cups on one of them over the ball, 2 of them over onto the table, and she's gonna start spinning them around.
Oh.
And this is gonna be an interesting way we do this, because I need you to make an insight check 3 times.
Oh boy. Okay.
We'll do them each at a time, so I'll let you know the result.
Okay. 17 for my first one.
She's being pretty fast. She's pretty fast for anything. Kind of take it from the idea that she is Einsid's daughter, so a little bit of unnatural agility. But you're pretty sure you're able to keep up with where it's going. It's going back and forth, and then she reverses directions, and then another insight check.
Another 17.
Oh yeah, you're definitely keeping track of it now. You've noticed kind of a rhythm in what she's doing, and now here's the one that will.
Okay, no pressure. This one is a 14.
Okay, and then she's gonna stop, and there's 3 cups in front of you. Are you gonna pick the one you think it is? Because it's been kind of dizzy watching. You think you know where it is, but you know.
I will go with my gut and go with the one that I think it is.
All right. Do you want to know what the rolls for deception were?
Okay, I'm scared, but yeah.
17, 3, and as you pick up the cup, it was an 11, and the ball is there.
Yay! I did it!
She smiles at you, takes out the diplomacy, and just kind of ruffles your hair a little bit. She's kind of a dork. Your experience with her is that she enjoys the other animal folk company, but she still has that human instinct to, like Fluffy Kitty or.
Great.
She doesn't actually get to go on this journey because of her roots.
But
that was completely off the cuff and unintentional too.
That was good though.
Well done.
And then it's time for the journey.